Good evening, guys. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up your project to make sure the AOP is working. Okay, so let's go back to the IDE. First, I already create the basic Spring Core project. Under the term package, I create an app. So let's start with this one. I create an interface, customer service, do something, and I have implementation for that, and add annotation, which means I want Spring to create an instance of this class for me at runtime, right? And I have implementation to do something method. Okay, I have a config, have a configuration, component scan to scan the terms. Okay, and nothing else, and I have app, which is to get an application context and get a bean based on the type. How to get the beans? It have three ways: by type, by name. The other one I forgot now. By type, by name. The other one I really couldn't remember. And then I call the do something. So now when I run, you will see this method is being called, right? This is gonna be printed out. So if you still don't understand what I'm doing for this 4 class, I suggest you to watch my videos inside the Spring Core playlist. Okay, that's a basic. And to using Spring AOP, we have to using some annotations, which is in aspectj. Okay, which means we have to add extra dependencies in order to using some annotations like aspect before those annotations, because that's part of aspectj. Okay, that's dependency, and here, if I remember correctly, aspectjrt. Okay, let's see. org.aspectj. Okay, this is the latest version. Good. And in this dependency, it contains the annotations we're gonna use inside our Spring AOP project, like annotation before, around, aspect, those things. Okay, and there's another dependency we also need to add, which is aspectjweaver. Okay, I hope I didn't spell it wrong. aspectj. Okay, this one is there's something different from Spring AOP and aspectj. Spring AOP, sorry, everything happens at runtime, and it's using proxy. So Spring AOP can only do method level cross-cutting concern. Okay, can only do method level. But for aspectj, it happens at compiler time, because after we write the source code using Java, we have to compile into .class, right? Aspectj will happen at compile time. It will compile your class files to do the weaving during the class by using the bytecode, which is the class files. So with aspectj, it can add all levels of cross-cutting, which means you can have the cross-cutting on the class level, property, methods level. But for Spring AOP, because everything happened at runtime, it can only using method level. Okay, so if you want to like invoke particular instance fields or variable, you want to add some cross-cutting concern, you cannot do using AOP. You have to using aspectj. Okay, and aspectj weaver, this dependency, weaver. Okay, weaver. This dependency is used to weave. Okay, all the all the device with a target or with a joint port together at the compile time. But we have to using this one. Even though Spring AOP doesn't using compiler time weaver, okay, we still need to have this dependency here. This is because Spring using some classes here to do runtime weaving. Okay, that's why when we're using Spring AOP without a Spring Boot, okay, you have to add a context which contains the LP, and you have to add aspectj runtime and aspectjweaver, these two dependencies. Otherwise, doesn't work. Okay. After we add this one, the first thing we have to do is what? Define aspect. Okay. Let's define our aspect because we are not hard-coded our advice inside the implementation of the regular class. We'll have a log aspect. Okay, and here first we will have this one is what? This is called what? This is called advice, right? Logging before method being executed. Okay, this is called advice, and this is aspect. Then we have to annotate it with aspect. Okay, aspect, you can see this one annotation is in aspectj. That's why you have to add the extra dependency. And we at runtime we also want our Spring to initialize instance for that, right? So we also need to add a component here. And next one, inside the aspect is a combination of a device and point cut. Okay. Point cut. Oh, sorry. Before execution. This one for any return type, any method with any I think we have one more. Yes, we have one more. This is a one point cut, which means before invoking any methods, okay, any method, any return type, any method name, and the method with any argument, okay, you have to execute this advice. You have to apply this advice. In our case, before this is a method we are calling, right? And this method, before calling this method, you have to call this one. Which one? You have to call this advice. But now when I run, it won't work. Did I run it? Oh, no, this one. This one? Yes. See, when we execute this do something, it didn't execute this one, right? This is because we are not enabled. Okay, so here we have to enable. How to enable? Inside this one, enable aspectj auto proxy. Okay, you have to enable it. Okay, so after this done, we run one more time. Okay, so we didn't change the code here, right? We didn't change the code here, but we directly call from the piece code here, from the piece of code here. It seems we directly call customer service do something, but actually internally Spring will call the advice based on the point cut. Then it will call the method or join point inside the target object. Okay. So that's how it worked. And let me introduce another thing here. So for this enable aspect or J auto proxy, it has one proxy target class. It has some option probably you will see on online. You can change this one to be true or false. By default, it's false because Spring has two ways to do the proxy. The one way is by default, this customer service implements this customer service interface, right? By default, if for this class, it implements some interface, by default, Spring, we're gonna using the dynamic JDK, which means we are using, it will create a new class which will implement the same class this customer service implemented. And since we are using dynamic JDK, okay, it will also implement invocation handler, which is return a proxy for you. This is the default, but it has another way, which is Spring will create a proxy which extends this class. And you can choose which way you want. And if you want to choose extension on this class, then you make this one proxy target class equals true. Then you can using extends, okay? If you leave it like this way, by default, Spring we are using dynamic JDK, which you're gonna using interface, implement invocation handler, and also implement the same interface. This target implements. Okay, that's some like extra feature you can enable or disable inside this annotation. Okay, so this is the Java config version to set up a Spring AOP, and I'm gonna show you another version which is using XML. So if you are interested, and watch my next video, and thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Bye bye.